and welcome to your daily movement. My name is Alex and today we have dynamic movement for lengthening the body. In the center of the mat, come into a wide stance. We're going to start with our right leg. Take a micro bend in the knee and then press off of the mat with pointed toes. Today's class will be focused on lengthening our limb as well as tone with slow, intentional movements. Last one here, let's go ahead and move on to the other side. Taking your left leg out, micro bend in the left knee and press off with pointed toes. Draw your navel to your spine, and as you press off, squeeze your inner thighs to the midline. This will be a quick and slow class for those lazier mornings. Alright, last one. Come to the center of your mat and with your right leg, draw up and over and then point your toes to the right side of your mat. A nice circular motion when we draw the knee up and around. Getting into the right hip socket, giving a really nice massage. Begin to draw the right leg up and then down with pointed toes, keeping a micro bend in that left leg, creating length as we draw the leg up and down to the mat. Keeping with pointed toes, reach the right leg forward, to the side, and then to the back, coming through center each time. Breathe into these motions, nice big breath through the rib cage to maintain ab engagement. Continue to keep the micro bend in the left knee, and to increase your stability, press into the four corners of your left foot. Last round, point forward, to the side, and behind. Now bring your right foot forward, toes pointed, and begin to lower and lift. Stay here, hinging from the hips. Now to the side. Focus on creating length through the toes and reaching a little further each time. Move to the back, hip extension, hips forward. Try not to hinge forward as well. Keeping your shoulders away from ears and long in your spine. Okay, come through center. Right knee up to meet left elbow and alternate elbow to knee. Draw the knee up for lower abs, and then as we twist to meet our elbow to knee, we're also working on obliques. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, places the foot down. Continue with your breath and curvature of the spine as our elbow to knee engage. Last one, let's move to the left side for the rotation of that hip socket. So draw the left knee up and around, then point the toes to the side. Keep your hips facing forward. Last rotation, keep your left foot here. Raise and lower. Length, focus on the length. Stretch a little bit further every time you lift and control on the way down. Alright, last one. Come through center. We're going to move that left foot forward, then to the side, and then behind. Move slow here. Really feel the muscles working. Always continue to point and stretch that foot forward, stretch to the side, and stretch it behind you. Continuously keep that micro bend in the right leg. You should feel your right quad working hard here to support the motions of the left foot. Keep balance, draw your navel to spine. Let's keep that left leg forward, lift and lower. Stay focused, stay in the present moment. Let's go ahead and move it to the side. Keeping that left foot straight. The present moment truly is a gift. Okay, let's move that left foot to the back, hip extension. When you live in the present, there's endless possibilities. Last lift here. Come through center and move to the end of your mat. Place your hands down, take a nice big breath, chin to chest, roll down. Take 6 steps out with your hands slowly and come into a plank position. Wrists under shoulders. Bring your left leg up to hip height with the flexed foot, then point and then bring it down. Right foot flex, point, and then bring it down. Last time on each foot, flex, point, bring it down. Right foot, flex, point, and then bring it down. Drop your right knee to the center of the mat. Keep that left leg long as we reach our right arm up and over. Nice big stretch. Right arm to mat. Left arm up and over as we bring our left leg up to hip height. Continue here, flowing through this movement. Take a peek at me if you need a guide. Today's class, we are stretching as we flow, as we tone, putting it all together. Last big stretch up and over to the left. Bring your right arm down, leg up, left arm down. 4-point kneeling, center of your mat. Take your left leg and bend into it on a diagonal. Place both hands down and then kick your left leg back behind you. Navel to spine here as we get a nice juicy stretch in to help with balance and stability. Bring that leg back, activate those hamstrings. As you kick your leg back, bring your mind to your glutes. We are working those bad boys. Lean in and then kick back. Press the mat away with your hands to come up and to lean in. Keep your palms to the mat, left leg lifted. Lift the leg up and come into a forearm push-up. Forearm push-up, leg up, and as we come up from push-up, our leg slowly lowers to the mat. Forearm push-up, reach that leg high and lengthen it out. And then slowly with control, bring it down to the mat as we come up our forearms. Last one, we're going to come down to our right forearm facing the left side, and we're going to fire hydrant that left leg to the side and then kick it up and straight behind you. Keeping the toes pointed, fire hydrant to the side and then kick it up behind you. Continue to look down at your hands, keeping the neck long. Shoulders away from ears, stay strong in the upper body. Belly button to spine protects your low back. Let's move up to both hands and driving that left leg behind you, creating length, energy through your pointed toes. Gaze down at the mat. Last drive up. Let's move back onto that right forearm. Reach your leg in a diagonal and lower and lift the straight leg on the left side. Right knee under right hip. Exhale to lower, inhale to lengthen and lift that left leg. Last two before we hold at the top. Last one, hold. Energy through the toes. Smile out the bird. Slowly bring the leg down to tabletop and take a nice sit back into child's pose. Deep breaths as we reset. Moving on to the other side. This time, right foot lengthens out to the right side. Take a nice big breath in and lift that left hand up and over to the right as we swing our right arm over as we lift our right leg. Move slow here. Feel the motions through your body. Left arm over as your right arm comes up and over. Right leg lifts to hip height. Drop your shoulders down and take up as much space as you need. Last flow through before you move into those bends and kickbacks on the right side. Come to 4-point kneeling, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Take your right foot and bring it up and bend into it on a diagonal and then kick it back. on the right side this time. Make sure you have enough space. Try to lift your leg a little higher each time kick back, and remember, keeping your abs engaged will really help protect your low back from any pain as you lift. As you bend forward, make sure you have a straight spine. Again, always maintain ab engagement. Twice more before we move on to those forearm push-ups with the kick back. Last one, take a nice big bend forward. Draw that right leg back. Come through to 4-point kneeling. Lift your leg, forearm push-up. Forearms draw to the mat as we lift our leg high, lengthening it out. This is a lengthen and tone class. You are going to feel a little bit taller after this class, I promise. Last time here. Let's move on to that left forearm. Bring the right leg to fire hydrant and then draw it back behind you. Breathe in as we lengthen that leg out. Exhale to fire hydrant. Take nice big breaths laterally through your rib cage. Clear your mind and just be here now on your mat, wherever you may be. Last fire hydrant. Come to both hands and drive that right leg behind you. Pick up the speed a little bit. Let's burn out that right glute. Almost there. Last one. Let's move on to that left forearm again. Move that right leg on a diagonal corner of the mat. Let's lengthen that leg up, point toes, and slowly draw it back down to the mat. We are almost done with our movement today. Stay strong, stay connected. Last one, hold at the top. Try and reach a little higher if you can. Stretch out that thigh. Power through the toes. You're almost there. Okay, come through 4-point kneeling. Widen the legs and take a child's pose. Breathe in all the good and exhale anything that no longer serves you. Slowly come on up, move with care, and come on to your right side, resting on your right forearm. Lengthen both legs out, left hand on the mat for support. Draw your left knee in and then kick it behind you. Take a slight lean forward as you kick back, and as you draw your knee to your elbow, straighten the upper body. Belly button to spine, working on our obliques. Last kick back. Straighten both legs and lower and lift the top leg. Stretch the thigh, straight leg, pointed toes. Try and lift your lower ribs away from the mat. Last kick up. Let's bring our knees together in front, fire hydrant, and then kick up with that left foot. I'm just starting to notice here that it begins to rain. We get caught in a tropical storm here in just a moment. 3 more in this sequence. We are toning and stretching the thighs at all angles. Last one. Fire hydrant, kick it up, fire hydrant, and then hold little circles one way. And reverse. Let's go ahead and move on to the other side. Excuse the watermarks that start to form on my lens. This is where it begins to torrential downpour. With the right leg on top now, go ahead and reach both legs long. Right knee to right elbow, and then reach the foot back as we lean forward. Low ribs away from the mat, hip points facing forward. getting into those obliques on the right side. Okay, straighten both legs out and lower and lift the top leg. Stretch the thighs, point the toes. Working on building strength in our outer thigh. Last one. Let's move our lower leg. We're going to come to some fire hydrants, then kick up with that right foot. This exercise is great to tone your glutes and your abs. It's also great for hip mobility. I love working with dynamic movements. It really gets all the small muscles that we don't usually work with constant changing of angles. Okay, last one here. Let's go ahead and straighten that top leg out, hip height, little circles one way. And we've always got to reverse, even it out. Alright, come to sit, cross leg in the middle of your mat. No cool down today, we were stretching as we went. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time.